Hi, Roses. I'm Rosie, the psychic reader at the Psychic Ward, and roses are red. Violets are blue, but I'm actually reading the energy, not just riding the waves like some people do. If that's something you can connect to, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and watch the playlist. The playlist is called Ending Cycles, and I'm going to get right into this energy. Okay. So, neat freak chose a mess too big to chew. So, someone feels like they bit off something that they can't chew, or is someone you're dealing with you. That's the vibe. I also feel like the energy is something that you're kind of siphoning through very quickly. Like, this could have been a way you felt in the past that you're no longer feeling about. Thriftiness is coming. Frugal, but I feel like you prepare for this. Like, you prepare for a frugal period of your life that you've gotten through very quickly, and it wasn't nearly as difficult as you expected. With Judgment coming out, like, you went through purgatory, you went to hell and rose back up with Christ. But that's what I'm getting. Like, someone went through a phase of like 7 years with skinny cows, like Joseph's dream, or was it the Pharaoh's dream that Joseph interpreted? There will be 7 years of famine and seven years of increase. That's a vibe I'm getting. Okay, upright in reverse. Yeah, like, there's cycles here, and that's part of the wheel of fortune, that you can go through periods of being without, and you're grateful, and you keep God by your side, or stick close to God, and it's like Job being tested. You're gonna receive everything that you lost 10 times fold. Violent is coming out. Oh, okay, something about namelessness, but this is shameless. Maybe do you ever catch that show Shameless? I think it's on Netflix. I haven't watched Netflix in so long. I was kind of boycotting it for a while, but that is coming up. The reason I didn't watch Shameless was because I was like, I don't want to manifest that, but of course I did anyway. Let me just pick up these cards on the floor. Like, I used to watch all types of stuff, and I didn't understand about manifesting back then. I mean, I did. I feel like everybody does to a certain extent, but I didn't really know how serious it was, because I'm like living the life that I was manifesting without realizing it. Like, there was something about shamelessness here that's coming out, and I'll just kind of stick with this story because you could be relating to this as well. That's what's coming up. Like, the characters in that story, and it was pretty much Netflix at the time, because I was just like, my algorithm, like, what's going on? I want to see things that's more positive, but I guess I didn't realize that I have to purposely click on positive things in order to raise my vibration. I used to back then think that I just watch whatever was presented to me. I didn't even know, like, to search for things and really take the initiative to make things more positive. So that's coming out with Shameless. It was a show that was about these people who were struggling, and I'm just like, I don't care. I don't want to see this story, but I kept watching it because I was just, it was in my recommendations. I don't know if someone's like that. Like, that's what I feel like in the past. There could have been something about your personality, or you could be about to change your personality in a major way. Like, you don't have to take what's being handed to you at all. You don't have to live where you're living. You don't have to drive the car you're driving. You don't have to wear the clothes you're wearing. Like, you don't have to wear your hair the way it looks. Like, if this is something you want to change, it's your choice to do that. You judge yourself. No one can judge you but God. But that's what I'm getting from this. Aimlessness here, like, maybe you feel like it's always up to someone else to tell you which way to go. If it's like you feel like you bit off more than you can chew. But just to close up the story, like, something with I was just like, the video is just so dark. These guys are always struggling. I never heard of people like living like this before. Like, I was always watching something that was like more related to my life, and this was just like, I just don't want to know about this. And maybe God is choosing you to see some things you don't want to see because he's preparing you for something. But I feel like you can take the initiative. If you don't want to go down that road, don't go down that road. You have a choice. Okay, I don't know who I'm warning right now, but you do have a choice. Like even now, I'm just like I'm just gonna move on because there's so much here. I don't know who I'm talking to, but maybe you're already in a situation where you maybe now you want to get out of it because there was also something up coming up like with people taking using narcotics, but they show you every little thing. Like they take the spoon and they put the stuff there and then they light it up and then they wrap their arm around, like all of that stuff. Like I feel like those type of images, it's like, why are you showing me this? Is this a tutorial? I don't need to see all of this. I don't need to see these people struggling. Like I watch shows where people are living in mansions and stuff like that, not struggling on the streets. Because whatever you see is what you're manifesting for yourself. In any case, that all came out from thrifty and shameless. Like you see, this energy is just messy. So someone could have bit off more than they could chew with this energy, maybe choosing to go one way or the other. Like you're at a fork in a road and one path is dark and one path is light. Just go down the light path. It's not like, I don't feel like it's a trick question. Like someone's just like, well, maybe if I go down the dark path, then I don't know. It's a dark path. You're gonna lose your way. You're gonna be scared and afraid. Like it is what it is. Okay, so I feel like just stay close to God in every situation. Anytime you have a choice, choose God. It's never gonna be anything different when it comes to these demonic energies. Like you're not gonna learn nothing new watching people struggle. And this could be someone who's from maybe you don't really have too many problems. I don't know how to even communicate this to someone who doesn't have problems, because everyone's human and humans have problems one way or another. Even rich people have problems. Boredom could be a huge problem. But I feel like it's like don't make it worse. Okay, by trying to investigate something just for shits and giggles or just for entertainment, because this is real life. And if you get caught up in people with problems, you're gonna start having those same type of problems. Even if it happens to be narcotics, rich people get high, they lose everything they have, and they end up on the streets. Like this type of energy does not have a respect for people. So I feel like there's a real need to warn somebody to back away if it's not for you. You have Knight of Grains here. Jacob working overtime without getting paid. Yeah, struggling. You have Four of Candles. Like you never had to struggle. That's what I feel like. And now for some people in this energy, you either are very close to it. You have the option of getting tangled up with some people that don't really have it all together. Like that's the vibe. Like you're in the light. And this person is like a demon looking at you, and you're just like, I'm going to show God that I'm not afraid. But is God leading you to be with these demons? I don't think so. So you have Nine of Grains here. I feel like you whoever this is, like if you have an aimlessness here and you don't know which way to go, just stay still. Because I feel like you could be walking away from a really good situation. If it's a wealthy husband, a wealthy father, just being in that type of energy, or you just being brought up, and I don't even know the words for it, like better off. Just stay that way. You don't have anything to prove. Like, I could do it. If I could do it, anybody can do it. Because no, they can't. People can't do it. And you don't want to be one of them. You have Six of Cups. Like it really is hard for some people, but I don't know. Maybe you're gonna be the one who just things. Maybe you get down and dirty in the mud, and then maybe you come up with a solution for why this mud shouldn't be here anymore. But really, it's like the mud is gonna be there long after everybody's gone. It's just a matter of staying away from the mud. Don't get dirty. Just stay in a clean spot. I don't know who I'm talking to, but this is like about your childhood as well. Like maybe for some people it's like you don't have to keep remembering old past traumas. Just move forward and live a better life. That's it. That's always going to be the next step. Just move forward. Just forget about it. Just leave it in the past. You can't fix it. and I'm not even real super sure who this is for. Like I'm not seeing anything. So I feel like you know what this energy is. You have sacred sexuality and humbleness. When Jesus washed the feet of his servants, humbleness. And then we have mind trap and doubt. So humbleness is coming out. The secret is a sacred sexuality is coming out. Maybe it's somebody you tried to save in the past that was like really throw off, and you got really tangled up in their energy, and it became energy. And now you're calling on God because you need help. Because Jesus humbled himself. He rose from the dead. And I feel like some people, they're in a situation where they need to raise themselves from the dead. You know, even Jesus called on God. He said, "Why did you forsake me?" when he was on the cross. And before he was going to be crucified, he asked God to take this cup away, but he still went through with it because God didn't take the cup away. So I feel like if you got yourself into the situation, you're going to have to get yourself out. And it may be tough love for some people, but that really means get to thinking and get to the drawing board and figure yourself out, like how you can fix this on your own, because you might have walked away from your help and your resources to prove to them that you were strong enough. And you're going to end up doing that when you get yourself out. It's like, you know, you could build a whole mansion on this. You could build a whole estate on this mud if you plan properly. And that's just how it works. You know, you got to buy some land. And anyway, I got kind of carried away. If that's something you're resonating with, let me know in the comments. Check out the playlist, and I'll see you in the next one.